Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel, Say What's Real TV. This review is for Tyler Perry's Zatima, Season 1, Episode 7, Trouble at Home. Tyler Perry's Zatima is currently being streamed over on BET+. If you have not already gone over and subscribed to the streaming app, do so. You will not be disappointed. They do have episodes 1 through 8 currently available in its entirety, and they all are good. Let's go ahead and get into episode 7. So we open up the episode exactly where we left off last week. We have Fatima zooming in on a picture that Belinda raggedy ass, messy ass text over to Angela's phone. Fatima zooming all in, trying to make sure she sees who touching what, what's touching what, making sure Zach ain't touching a goddamn thing on that picture. You hear me? She pissed off. She is mad as hell. She tells Angela that it's a good thing that she kept her place, and that's exactly what I said. Keep your place, not particularly for this particular incident, just in general for some mess like this overall. Like, just in case you need somewhere you got to go back to, just in case. Because later on, I'm going to point out something I didn't like. But for right now, she said all her stuff is in storage, so she still got the place where she done took everything from out of the apartment or whatever and put it in storage. So Angela tells her she can come and stay at her house for the night. Child, Fatima said, say less. She ran her ass upstairs so she can pack a bag. Angela quickly calls Bryce to see if he's been in contact with Zach, and he tells her that he has. He's in the car with him now. She wants to know if he's drunk. The answer is yes. Did you get him from that party? Yes. The answer, again, is yes. She tells Bryce that Belinda, raggedy ass, was at the party and actually taking pictures and sent them to both of their phones. And Fatima did see the picture. And of course she's mad. And she's now going to go and stay the night over at her place. So Angela tells Bryce to make sure he drives real slow because her and Fatima want to be gone. Well, she wants to be gone by the time Zach and Bryce get there. And Bryce is like, okay. So he thinks that Zach is not paying attention, that he's so drunk he can't hear shit. So Zach says, why you got to drive slow, bro? Why you got to drive slow? He asked him like 50,000 times, why you got to drive slow? So he tells him that Belinda was at the party. She took a picture of you and Deja, sent it to Fatima and Angela's phone. Zach is like, well, what did she say? He tells her that, Fatima is going to stay at Angela's. So all of a sudden the liquid courage kicks in, and Zach is like, oh, she want to go, let her go. I don't care. She want to... I'm like, Zach, shut your ass up. Shut up, because you know damn well your ass gonna be crying tomorrow. Just hush, please. So Bryce tells him, you don't mean that. Watch, just watch. Just watch. So apparently Bryce did not drive slow enough because he's pulling in. As they're pulling in, we have Zatima and Angela walking out the door, headed towards the car. Then here is Zach with his drunk ass. He quickly jumps out of the car, slurring and stumbling and shit. He says, and I hope you left your key. I said, what? I said, I know goddamn well Zach didn't ask for no goddamn key back. See, that pissed me off. Like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't get so mad or so drunk of you don't know what you're talking about tonight. You want a key back. That's why she should have kept her shit, and I'm glad she kept it. I'm glad she kept it. Because people will try you like that. I don't like that. That wasn't a good look. I didn't like it. So Fatima asked him, what did he say? So Zach had the nerve to actually repeat the shit about the key. Fatima said, look, forget you, man. I'm gone. She goes to try to go get in the car. So Zach says, oh, so you just gonna leave in the car that I bought you? Fatima said, fuck you and this car. I said, I know that's right. I know that's right. And let's push pause. Zach, you bought her that car because that's what you wanted her to have. You wanted her to be happy about it. Don't throw nothing in nobody's face when you do something for them. You were on a bike when she met you. You were a lot of things when she met you, and I don't remember hearing her say what she's done for you all this long time since y'all been together. So why is it a big issue because you went and got her the car that she loved to death? Why is that an issue? I know you're drunk. I understand that, but that asking for your key and talking about what you did and what you bought and all that bullshit, we're not going for that. That's what we won't be doing. So let's pipe down with that, because no sir. After Fatima told him forget him and the car, she said, what, you think I can get 2 more of these with 1 phone call? I said, oh. I said, I know that's right, but who you gonna call, Fatima? Tell us, girl. We won't tell Zach, but tell us what phone call you gonna make, girl. But anyway, so then Zach had the nerve to, all of a sudden his little liquid courage done left a little bit, so now he whimpering, hollering about, what you mad at me for? What? So Angela trying to get Fatima to get in the car, so she gonna say, oh, forget this. So she said, do you see this? Do you see this? So she holds up her phone so that Zach can see the picture of him and Deja. And Zach says, well, what? You think you the only one got a picture? You think you the only one got a picture? So he holds up the phone with the picture of Ian and Fatima in the cafe. So Fatima keeps asking Zach, is that what this is all about? Is that what it's all about? And Zach was like, you fucking right, that's what it's about. And she said, don't talk to me like that. And Bryce trying to calm him down or whatever. He said, I kept asking you, and you didn't have the decency to tell me. And I have to admit, Zach asked Fatima 30,000 times last week that what is wrong, what's going on. Got on my goddamn nerves. He was asking so much, what's going on. And she needed, I guess, as people are saying, she needed time to process. But in the midst of you processing, instead of you saying something instead of nothing, here we are. So Fatima tells Zach that he begged her to talk to his mom, to be there for his mom or whatever, and that he had stage 4 cancer. And Zach's reaction is probably like a lot of people's reaction, like, oh, hell, child. Everybody got stage 4 cancer or some type of cancer when they lose somebody type shit. Fatima tells Zach that she loves him and all that, but she knows that from this situation here, it just tells her that the first time something goes wrong in their relationship, he's going to go out and probably try to have sex with somebody else. And Zach is like, and she made a point to tell him that he has a bunch of glitter all over his pants, and Zach is like, it's just glitter. It's only glitter. I didn't do anything. It's just glitter. I mean, what are you trying to say? That I had sex with a box of glitter? Like, basically, we know Zach didn't do anything, and it is what it is, but, you know, hey. So Zach insists he didn't do anything, and Fatima tells him, well, maybe you should have, because then I'll feel better about my next move. And she jumps in the car and pulls off while Zach is asking her, Fatima, what is your next move? What is your next move? You know, he basically knows that all of it was messed up, and it didn't have to end up to where they are now. So Fatima and Angela finally make it back over to Angela's place, and they're talking over a glass of wine. And basically, Angela does tell Fatima that Zach did have a reason to be upset about Ian. And Fatima, deep down, she knows goddamn well that she should have told him. She keeps saying, I was going to tell him. Girl, you had plenty enough time. But hey, that's neither here nor there. She decides she's just going to go lay down, sleep on it, and figure out her next move in the morning. So we got Zach and Bryce. They're over there at Zach's place having a shot of whiskey, looks like. Zach tries to get another glass, and Bryce tells him, no, that's probably enough. You've had enough. Eventually, he tries to get Zach upstairs so he can go to bed and sleep the alcohol off or whatever. He helps him upstairs. They get up there, and Zach just falls out on the bed, and then he starts talking to him about women, and he tells them that maybe me and you should get married. And Bryce seems a little taken aback, but he's smiling as if, oh, I know you're drunk. And then I realized that Zach sends off mixed signals, but he doesn't know that he's sending off these mixed signals. And I think, which I've alluded to this before, because I've shown where Zach he may place a hand on his shoulder, or he picks him up in a playful manner all the time. And I think those are mixed signals for Bryce for some type of reason. So they go on about, he's drunk and he needs to take a bath because he doesn't want Fatima to smell Deja's, I guess, perfume or her whatever on him. So Bryce goes to help him undress, and he says he'll wait for him while he takes a shower and all this. And you could tell Bryce is conflicted in his spirit a little bit, and he's helping him undress and rubbing on his chest and his stomach and folding his pants up for him. And I'm like, oh Lord, I'm like, are we getting ready to see something here? Because I'm not ready for this. I am really not. I just don't want Bryce to have taken advantage of him while he was not sober. So we don't see anything, and I think we were good on that. So Bryce goes home, and Angela is waiting up for him. They briefly talk about Zach and Fatima. Angela goes in to kiss him or whatever and realizes that he is rock hard. And she's kind of taken aback because I guess he doesn't normally come home with his Peter just, ready and at attention like that. And he plays it off and makes it seem like it's because she's turning him on and he wants her so bad. And she tries to tell him that Fatima might hear them, and he wants to make it seem like, well, don't be so loud, do that for me, and all this and that and the other. But it's going to be interesting going forward to see his attraction for Zach and how he controls it, because apparently it has gotten to a point where he is really feeling some kind of way about Zach, and it's showing. So Angela proceeds to show Bryce what that mouth do, and he is a willing participant. And I'm willing to bet that he is pretending that it's Zach down there instead of Angela the whole time. It's the next morning, and we see Zach. He's in the kitchen, looks like trying to make him a cup of coffee or something. We hear a knock on the door. Zach says, who is it? And of course, it's Bryce. Child, Bryce couldn't even get no sleep last night thinking of dreaming about Zach. He done rushed his little happy ass over there, come in the door talking about, I got your keys. How much I want to bet Bryce went and made a copy of that house key? So Bryce comes in, and Zach asks him what time it is. He tells him it's almost 9 o'clock. And Bryce hands him this folder that was apparently sitting on the front doorstep. And when Zach looks at it, he sees that it's the signed lease that Valerie must have left there for Deja. So he's like immediately panicking, like, oh no, I got to get out of this, because if Fatima finds out, she's going to be mad as hell. Bryce is like, well, if it's a signed lease, then that means you have a tenant, right? That should be a good thing. He said, well, maybe it would be, but the tenant is the girl from last night, and she is going to be mad as hell. So he just says that he wished that he would have waited for Fatima to tell him what it was that was bothering her, instead of him, taking matters in his own hand. But at the end of the day, it's easier to say what woulda, coulda, shoulda after the fact. But when you're in that situation like that and nobody's talking to you and telling you nothing, that lack of communication always going to cause all kind of problems. So, child, it is what it is. So just try to make that shit work. So Bryce tells him that he needs to, he's going to pick up the keys to their new office, and asks Zach, does he want to come with him? And Zach was like, no, he still feels like shit from all that drinking he did last night, and he got to get ahead of the game with trying to get Deja out of this contract. He needs to call Valerie, and he just not able to go. And Bryce was like, well, okay, no problem. He'll go handle it or whatever. But Zach also thanks Bryce for everything that he did for him the night before. And he tells him that he saved his relationship. And of course, we looking at Bryce, like looking at his face, trying to see if he happy about it or is he not. Because, secretly we know Bryce might have a little thing for Zach. So he says, no problem, no problem. And he leaves. So after Bryce leaves, Zach goes to call Fatima. She does not answer. He gets the voicemail. He leaves her a message saying to give him a call back and tells her that he loves her. He then hangs up and he calls Valerie. He tells Valerie that is it possible for him to get out of the contract with Deja? And she's asking him why, and he's basically saying, I just need to get out of it. And she tells him, well, you gave your word, and I went on your behalf, so really, you can't really do that. And she's told me that you saw her dancing, so it may be like a discrimination thing if she does try to sue you. So she's like, basically, you kind of stuck in a sense. So Fatima's up early. Angela is up early over there. Fatima comes down and tells her that she's getting ready to go get her stuff out of the storage. She has already called the movers, and she is on her way to go get her stuff from out of Zach's house. Fatima, do not play the radio. You hear me? Angela says, do you want me to come with you? And Fatima says, no, I'm good. And she tells her emotions are all over the place, but hey, she has to do what she has to do. So Angela asks her, does she want anything to eat? She tells her no. Fatima says, I heard Bryce was down here cooking breakfast for you. And, she's smiling all shy and stuff. And Fatima says, look at you all over there in love and shit. And Angela's like, yes, I am. So Angela tells her that Bryce came home rock hard last night and it's something that he's never done before. And Fatima was looking at her like, okay, and like he came home to you with it rock hard and he took you. So, y'all was all loud and shit all over the place. And I heard you. So what's the problem? So she was like, well, oh, you heard us? She was like, yeah, I couldn't help but hear you, but, it's whatever. So she told her, do you think that, she asked her, do she think anything was wrong with it? Because she felt like Bryce was at the party, got horny looking at all the other girls, and then came home to her, but was thinking about the girls. So Fatima had to kind of reassure her, like, girl, you're beautiful. He wanted you for you type thing. And Angela was like, well, maybe so, but hell, if it was Zach, you'll probably be mad too. And Fatima was like, yeah, you're right. Angela offers to make Fatima some coffee, and Fatima tells her she will get it herself. As she doing that, here is Big Mouth Belinda come barging in the door. She doesn't knock. Apparently has no key either. The door's just open. She comes in talking cash money noise. Oh, I told y'all he wasn't no good. I told you he was trifling. Y'all trying to make it seem like I was crazy. And Fatima over there being dumb as shit. And Fatima, Angela's trying to tell Belinda to shut her damn mouth because she doesn't know that Fatima is standing behind her. So Fatima comes up and said, oh, dumb as shit, huh? So Belinda turns around and she's like, oh, hey, girl, with her fake phony ass. I just don't understand why can't she catch them hands from Fatima. I know we shouldn't be promoting violence. I get it. I understand. But if it's one person that may deserve a little plap, 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 bloop, 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 or something, it's that damn Belinda. Belinda and that damn Nate. They need to catch somebody's hands. Like, for real, for real. So Fatima tells her to keep her name and Zach's name out of her mouth or they gonna have a problem. So Belinda Big Mouth ass says, well, me and you already got a problem because you allowed a man to come between us. And I said, what? See, now right there is when she could have been mushed in the face. Like just like the palm of Fatima's hand, just like right over her face. Like, oh my God. I just felt that. Like, girl, what do you mean? What do you mean, Belinda? Fatima let a man come between you. No, you let a man come between us because you crazy as hell. Fatima tells Belinda, she rumbling off at the mouth, I can't do this. So Belinda says, you can't never do the truth. Fatima told her, bitch, you better shut up before you be wearing this coffee. And she was like, well, hell, looking around, look like I'm right. Look like you stayed here overnight. So Fatima gathered her purse and stuff and said she didn't have time for that bullshit that Belinda was in there talking about. And Belinda was like, girl, are we ever going to talk about what happened? Child, Fatima looked at her, rolled her eyes, looked at Angela, told Angela, I'll holler at you. And then she left. So Belinda asked Angela why she didn't tell her that Fatima was over there. And Angela said, this is why. And Angela asked her, well, why did you send that picture? And Belinda said, because y'all been treating me crazy. And she needed to know that Zach was trash. We go back over there to Zach's. He's getting another knock on the door. It's his damn brother, Jeremiah. He comes in saying the same shit he said before. Oh, this house is nice. You living it up. You living big. You living, oh my God. If he probably says the same thing about 50 times. He loved the house. Where you getting all this money, this and that and the other. I guess the mama gave him the address. We thought maybe Nate called him last week to tell him about it. But apparently the mama gave the address up, and he just happened to be just coincidentally, he popped up. Who knows why? So he's telling them that he did come by the night before and met Fatima, and she wouldn't let him in the house, and he wants to know where he getting all his money from. Zach tells him he was doing investments. He told him bullshit. He thinks that Zach is selling drugs and he want in on the cut. He want to be put on. Zach tell him he's not doing anything illegal. Then he act like Zach owes him something. He tells him, I did 10 years in prison. You only did 3. So I don't know if he took the rap for Zach or not and took the most time because of Zach or what that was all about. But he acts like Zach owes him something. Like he did something for Zach and he's here to collect on whatever it is that's owed to him, and what he feels is owed to him. And he's basically trying to make Zach feel guilty about not taking care of his family in any kind of way since he came into some money, and makes it seem like he doesn't talk to his mom. So I guess we'll be meeting her sometime soon, probably, because they keep talking about her. So he tells him he's behind in his bills. And I mean, if Zach didn't have any money, what were you going to do then? I mean, just ask. All that extra shit that you doing, like all that trying to make somebody feel guilty, like they're obligated to do for you. No, he's not obligated to do any damn thing. And whether he was spending his money on his woman or not is his business. You a grown-ass man, and just like you just told him, you're his big brother. You're the big brother. Get your ass out there and get you a damn job or something. So after Jeremiah done went on and on and on telling Zach that he don't care nothing about his family, Zach got fed the fuck up and said, who the fuck are you to be talking to me? I've been broke for the last 3 years and none of you motherfuckers called me. Mama ain't called me. None of y'all ain't called me. So miss me with all of that. So we see Fatima in the car driving, and she gets this phone call from Ian's mother. It's Miss Margaret, and they're both getting reacquainted. Hey, how you doing? Nice to hear from you. Ian told me he spoke with you, and I'm so glad you're going to be there for us. And she wished that Ian would have married her. Just all of that back and forth. And you could tell when she's talking about being there for us as far as the sickness and being there for her, Fatima felt like she was being cornered in a sense. Like she wants to tell her no, but she kind of can't, don't want to hurt her feelings type thing. Miss Margaret even asked her to go out to dinner, and I don't know if, I can't remember if she told her she'll think about it or she would go. I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, Miss Margaret is gonna be attached like white on rice. Child, Fatima pulls into Zach's driveway and Deja is on the other side moving all her stuff in. And that's where the episode ends. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for listening. Catch you on episode 8. Peace.